Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday and welcome into Zelda Speedruns. Tonight we've got the Z2R 2024 Standard Tournament. This is a Swiss round 4 match between Chromataclysm and AnimusUnited. Commentating and tracking tonight is Mirai, so I'm going to hand it over to him. Enjoy the race, everyone.
Hello, everyone. Welcome in the 3-0 matchup between these two runners. One of two 3-0 matchups we have scheduled for tonight. Should be a great race. Both these runners undefeated up to this point, looking to go 4-0 into the final week to potentially go 5-0 in the first 5 rounds of Swiss here, or I guess the first and only 5 rounds of Swiss, as Chroma's EverDrive seems to have a bit of glitching going on there, if anyone can see that. Their timer has begun. The dashboard is counting down. We will be off shortly. Fighter sprite for Chroma and the standard Link sprite for Animus. Animus used to run with Hoodie Link from Winter Solstice, but recently has switched right back over to regular Link, so I don't know. Don't know if that's a personal preference or just a forgot or don't care or whatever. We'll be here off shortly. Really looking forward to this race. These high-level runners, always fun to see the way that they plow through these seeds. Maybe a jet, maybe a slog. I'm not sure. We've got what looks like a vanilla-like right off the bat, though. Got P4 next to start. Animus hitting the MOA there. Chroma trying to get a red iron knuckle here to see how much they're worth. Could be as low as 50. Could be as much as 200. There it is. Max roll for the red iron knuckles in this flag set. Chroma just going to take attack 2. Trying to go in again on this. Yeah, opting not. Oh, he's going to go in again. Wow, doing a little grinding. Early game grinding for Chroma. Oh, getting stabbed in the low swing there. Animus also has his own team of thugs to deal with here in this encounter. Wow, okay, this is probably a... we're just going to leave this area. No, Chroma's going to try it one more time. I feel that this is a bit uncharacteristic for Chroma, although 200 experience from the Iron Knuckle is very juicy. It's the 50-50 jar luck is always 50-50-90, as I'm told. It's 50% Iron Knuckle, 50% jar, and 90% what you don't want. So bridge off the west here, I'm sorry, to the maze. Thunder in Saria, cave on the maze as well. We're going to dig it for Chroma. Animus is at 112, Chroma's at 211. Going to see where this cave goes. We're not going to see where this cave goes. Now we're going to see where this cave goes. Goes to the east. There's our river devil, potentially blocking something with a raft and a water tile chilling here. Wow. Chroma just going to roll east here, see if he's got access to anything. So far, a whole lot of nothing. Nice road encounters there in the grass. There's a palace. Nice little reset point in case he gets caught on something. P1. This is a mountainous east. Could be a little difficult to traverse. Animus also going to hit up the maze here. Cave for Chroma. It's going to be a pass-through cave. We're going to opt not to go through that. And here's a town right outside of Death Valley. That seems, other than that pass-through, we don't have much access to anything else. Getting blasted by a Baga Baga there. Almost 2 hearts of, fun. I think we just run in. Oh, it's going to potentially be a one-shot on these MOAs. So hopefully he can get the stun lock and just run. There it is. Gets the stun lock. Just going to take it. We did see, I believe, P5 on the maze there on Animus' side. It is, in fact, the shield spell. So not a bad first spell pickup. He is going to walk out of here. Animus looking for the 2 items here on the maze. We'll see how long he commits before opting not to dig any further. Oh, we have a west path here. That western swamp path here on Chroma's side is probably going to take us south of the River Devil. So a bit of a walk around if we don't have a flute, but accessible nonetheless. Yeah, that is going to be south of a River Devil. Or is it? Yes, it is. There's another cave up there. Desert tile here, though. Child on the desert tile. We're going further south. Kind of opens up here with a little bit of water. Another palace in the open. That's good to see. We're going in on an orange Lizolfo on Animus's side. Going to try to see if these are worth a good bit of experience. Could be worth up to 300 experience. They are the full mount today. We've got a blue one right behind him. That guy could be worth 500 experience. If this is close enough to the palace, you can just keep resetting this encounter. Chroma does find 3 or 6 down here. He's going to do a little bit more grinding. His EverDrive on his Nintendo there. Slightly bad connection, looks like. Just 100 for the blues. Here's Sunken P-Bag Cave for Chroma. Is this a red Lizolfo, or what do we have here? Could have been a blue, could have been a red at 100 experience there. Animus yet to find either one of these items on the maze. And funny that neither runner is committed to do anything on the west here. They've just continually moved on here. What do we have in Sunken? Just a candle. Not a bad early game pickup to see things in caves, but really not much of a game changer here. Glove or key or, I don't know, a spell item for a required spell in the west would have been nice to not have to double dip those areas, things of that nature. Neither of these runners really need a candle. Shield spell, again, is nice, but candle, not really necessary. Another town, though. It is not Darunia just yet. Spell Town. Wow, Animus has found neither one of these. Neither one of these drops. Here we go. Speak it into existence. What do we have? This is the longer drop. Oh, he's going to get another 300 off this orange. Hammer. Haven't seen a forest tile on the west. I mean, on the east. Could have a hammer block somewhere on the west. Of course, Spec Rock always going to be hammer required to get in there. We'll see if hammer is useful today. Spell for Chroma, and he's out of here. He must have deemed that he had nothing further over here to do, or maybe just wanted to come back to the west. Here we go. I've got his camera. We are blowing in the Nintendo cartridge, and we're back. Probably just wanted to do that save before anything bad happened, but we'll see if that was the cause, of pulling him out of the east early, as we do find a flute on Animus' side. So flute hammer on the maze, not too bad of a find. Again, we haven't seen a forest tile on the east or three-eyed rock on the east. We have both palaces open and accessible, and unless we have Darunia hidden behind either one of those, then we're not really going to need either one on the east, at least today. Chroma going to be picking up his thunder as well. Lifetown here, of course, at Raru. Chroma just showed it to us. Animus did a little turnaround there, thinking maybe I don't want to come in, but Karok, P4 Heart. Okay, well, he was going to play the hints game. We're going to skip the spell, but we are going to play the hints game here. And P4 off the table for digging any progression items out of. If we want to skip it, we can. So we can go south, and we can go east out of North Palace. Animus opting not to go to the eastern continent, though, has seen that connection off of the maze. Of course, if we do have a boulder block over here, Animus in better position to get into that cave. The boulder block could just be for an unnecessary pass-through, though. But if it's for an item cave, okay. That looks like DM. Looks like Death Mountain right there. Boots locked, at least from that connector. Chroma going to follow Animus at this point. All right, we've got Mido. What's Fire for the Medicine? So this is whittling down our available fairy spots. Fairy's either going to be Rudo for Trophy or Child Darunia. Oh, I'm sorry, Nukasudo is still out there as well. Here's another palace on the west. 100 points for the Orange Dairos. Looks like Palace 2. I assume 5 is on the maze there. Here's going to be Rudo. It is Jump, so Fairy was in fact on the eastern continent. But whether it was accessible or not, we don't know just yet. Animus about to get the information as well. Although Chroma's got a lot of information on the Eastern continent. This will tell Animus that Fairy is in fact on the east today. I believe we saw the grass tile just south of Chroma's position as well, but if this is not a pass-through that we can use, then we might need the boots. It is Jump Cave. Okay, well, we can't get through here without Fairy or Jump. 100 points for both the oranges and the reds. I missed where the trophy was there. East to find the candle, thank you. This is interesting, though. We have not seen a single item cave, have we yet? Animus out of there. He's up and A-ing. He's probably going to head to the east. Yeah, so P2 there confirmed for Chroma, who doesn't know that P5 is on the maze just yet. He did not go down to check the palace. And here comes Animus. He's just going to go right through the River Devil here. Kind of a shortcut, but he's going to miss out on all the stuff that was over east of where Chroma was over here in this eastern continent. Which right now is just the candle. And I guess the child was over there. The child was on the desert tile, which is going to be just south of our current position. Is this an item cave? This is Risen. This is something that Chroma... We saw this in Chroma's screen, but he didn't do it. Because further south is going to be that 3-6 palace. And Nuburu, I believe, was down there. With Spell. Oh, we have a bridge over here. We have a bridge that goes south. Does this actually go somewhere? There's our raft tile. Okay. Chroma's got the information that raft goes west to east. There's a glove in Risen. That's kind of big. That was a cave again that was just on Chroma's screen, but didn't enter into it. Wow, nothing down there but the raft house. So we're completely blocked off over on this eastern half of our western continent going north-south. Unless, of course, we have Jumper Ferry. Again, I didn't catch the trophy hint when Animus picked it up. Does he have something? Oh, it's East. Okay, so we have East Candle, East Trophy, East Child, which we already know of. And I think that's it. So far, at least. All right, so Chroma gets the read on the palace there. Yeah, it depends on how fast he can clear this particular maze. There's going to be the child. Yeah, we can't do DM unless we have another connector to DM. I don't think we do. I guess we could have another cave to DM, right? Because we have bridge from west to east. We have raft from west to east. I'm sorry, we have bridge from west to maze. Yeah, so we could dedicate another cave to DM if Hammer Cave or Spec Rock was required without the boots to dig around an island's DM. That's a possibility, I guess. Or no, we have seen everything. No, I'm sorry, we have seen every connector. Yeah, we do need the boots to go anywhere on DM. All right, Animus is going to get the, is this a candle, I believe? Yeah, Animus is taking full damage over here. He doesn't have the shield spell out of Old Kasuto. I guess the candle is pretty helpful, though, when you don't have the shield spell here. Chroma was just kind of cruising through, casting the shield spell, getting the flash as well whenever we have a spell. Like in vanilla, the flash is for the thunder spell, but the flash is actually attached to the spot in the spell book. So right now, shield is in Old Kasuto spot where thunder would normally be in vanilla. And so when you cast shield, it flashes the screen. All right, so Chroma has his flute. He's going to find the hammer as well. I don't think he's going to do the maze really any faster than Animus did. He'll find it up here, and he'll probably up an A because that bridge was pretty close to North Palace. Spell is 60 at Magic 3. Chroma opting to take Magic 3 as well. 3-3-3 for both of our runners. I don't think Chroma walked out the west side of Nibiru here, so Animus might get another hint. East to find the glove, that would have been huge for Chroma to get. I really don't think he walked out of here because he doesn't have East marked for his glove on his own personal tracker. But he's going to see it here, right? He's going to go south through this River Devil, and that cave is going to be just off to the left of his vision here. He will probably dig that, and that would be great to just give both runners the glove. You never want a race to be decided, like a race like this, to be decided by who's got the glove and who doesn't. Just give both the runners the glove and let them duke it out. Well, Animus making the rounds as well, where Chroma was already. I don't know where we had Darunia or Nukasudo tucked away right now. I don't remember seeing a forest tile or a three-eyed rock anywhere. Nice 500-point P-bag there for Animus. Gonna let it ride. So what we don't have is we don't have boots for water tile. We don't have Nukasudo access. Man, that cave. There's a Moa in that cave that's catching Chroma. He can cast the spell to kill that there. Not to kill it, but to transform it. Although it might just transform into another Moa. Oh, is that red? Is the red bat invulnerable there? Always annoying. He's right by a palace just south of his current position. He can up an A down there if he wants to go that way. He's not going to go that way. Okay. I lied. He is going to go that way. Animus getting beat up and bullied by that Mo as well. So here, this south path through that graveyard is going to be where Darunia is. This pass-through would take us down there as well. Yeah, we're operating at lower... Okay, Animus is going to be able to up an A here. He ups not... Oh, he's got the experience, right? He wants to hang on to this experience. Maybe just go into P1 and try to get that experience real fast. Yeah, he's about to loop right back to where we walked in. We're going to see the water tile here on Animus' side, although good information to see the raft tile as well. All right, Chroma needs to head east and then south. Animus going to walk it back as well. I think he's going to just maybe try to get this level and then also follow where Chroma will be here shortly. Chroma has lost a life already, so... Yeah, all this swamp. We're not going to turn this into a I hate swamp conversation, but all this swamp is definitely slowing us down here. Okay, Animus has a little bit of a fight cut out for him. 2 blue iron knuckles. This ought to be a lot of fun. Last life, though. Might just try to thunder these guys down. Want to probably sink a few hits into them first. This is... Okay, Darunia and Nukasudo right next to each other. Fairy Town was free and available the whole time. A little head shake from Chroma. I think we wanted a better spell enemy here. Well, little does he know he's going to be first to get it. Oh, Animus took the level, took Magic 4, and is just going to try to push through something here in P1? Did we get any keys from the drop pool? He might be just trying to get another level, just for the hell of it. Here's the item room, but if he doesn't have a key, he must have a key because he's going in. I didn't see how many I didn't see how many containers it was to get into the basement. And we're not doing a spell tower check either on Chroma side. Tin suits from the dripper, not worth it. What is left? What is left? Reflect. Child is for Reflect today. Animus just going to keep trucking here. I mean, if he finds the boss, and he does, and it's dropping... He didn't kill the boss to see if it maybe drops keys. Interesting. Upstab pickup for Chroma. Forgot to mark Chroma's hammer there. Now he's got that. Not that we've seen a use for the hammer just yet. Animus going to just take this pass-through. Doesn't take him too much further south, but he does get to skip a little swamp walking. Okay, so trophy going to be a new Kasuto somewhere. That is going to be for jump. Animus has that hint. We'll probably see a spell tower check from him. Jump is a great spell to have, at least for later in the game. Okay, 5 containers, just 5 containers. It could be the 6th. It could be a 5th container in spell tower, and then West to find the cross. Okay. Man, Animus has got all the hints today. He's got P4 Heart, West Cross, East Candle, and East Glove. That is literally all 4 hints. Probably a misuse of literally, but I don't care. All right, so we have kind of a whole lot of nothing down here. I think we're set. I think we're just set. We've seen both palaces on the east. We've seen Death Valley access. We've seen... We've got everything but I guess Water Tile could still have trophy. We are gonna do a check for the spell tower here. I mean, if you can find the key, right? If you can find the key, that would be great. So, Boots blocked there on Chroma's side. Probably wanted to try to do that palace, but can't get to it. Totally missed what was in the spell tower there. It's not a container. Oh, trophy was there. Okay. Oh, he just lit it up. I was watching his tracker to see what it was. So we're jumping into this P4 here on Chroma side. I don't know how much Reflect is to cast. A pass-through Rebo. We have a pass-through Rebo. Rebo Shark at that. But there's nothing that's going to stop us except here in P4, again, the cost of Fairy and Reflect at the end of the Palace. Could be sort of a detriment. If I don't know if Chrome is going to dedicate that 900 to his magic. I think magic was actually 6 something, so 900 is actually going to be attack 4. Okay, we are through our pass to Rebo. How much does Rebo give us? 700 points. Wow. That is an attack level and almost another magic level then on top of that. And bosses do drop keys, as we see right there. So Animus could have completed P1 or opted to just grab the key, turn around, and go to the item room. A little bit of time lost there overall. Ooh, Chroma about to take a death. Fairies tries to get the magic pixel here. The magic pixel doesn't work though with the bouncing tin suits. I think he's gonna get hit anyway. He's got a sliver of health. Yeah, the tin suits they just ruin it. They ruin it. There is one pixel in there that you can fly through and avoid touching the tops of the enemies who don't bounce. But that kind of sucks though, because that was a fairy cast. Oh, it's a dead end anyway. Okay, might check for a key here. All right, Animus going back to P1. Oh, the tin suit almost pushing us back into the flame there. There is a key. Okay, that's an up and A. Now, Animus doesn't want to ferry this, but he can. He can actually ferry this room. Again, he doesn't know what bosses are dropping, right? So if he knew that bosses were dropping keys, he would just ferry this room, go right to the boss room because he knows it's free to get there. And then he would just kill the boss and place the gem. He might be checking for the item, though, as well. We're going to take a left in 4 here. We got a lot of elevators here. Or is this just a loop into itself? It's just a loop. Okay. Or is it? Oh, no, it's not a loop. Sorry, yeah, 2 different rooms. So Animus taking a death here when he doesn't necessarily need to. Again, he doesn't know. Oh, but he's in the item room. Yeah, that's fine, I guess. Magic container would probably be helpful. It is, in fact, a magic container. Another dead end for Chroma. Might just be checking for a key again. But this is kind of the part that slows you down in P4, because now he's concerned about, you know, getting through doors and being able to cast Reflect when 4 is right next to start. Animus does get the attack level, so he's at 444, Chroma at 434. Man, he is on a sliver of health again on Chroma's side. This is the item room for. He'll get a heart. If he doesn't take a death, this will be nice. Wow, some good blocking there. Although he's gonna watch, it's gonna be a death, right? This bubble's gonna troll us. He gets the heart. Oh, it takes the death. The refill was not fast enough. We'll see if this is the way to Karak, though. Unable to find this guy just yet. We are going into Death Valley on... Oh, that is a pass-through on Chroma's side. That's a pass-through. He's backing out of there. That could cost him. So we have GP yet left to find, and we have the other 3-6. No. Yes, between on the west is between GP, west of Death Valley is GP and the opposite P3, P6. Chroma's seeing this dead end here. Yeah, that pass-through item room looking like it's the only way to go. And then through the pass-through, what they call the Minecraft room. So was that GP in Death Valley? Is that why we're out of there? Probably a safe assumption at this point. We may need the boots to do something on the west, though. I'm not entirely convinced we are stuck because Jump Cave and Fairy Cave both may take us to the south side. Yeah, unfortunately, this is hurting Chrome a little bit here, not identifying that Minecraft room. Yeah, look on his face. He's like, what am I screwing up here in this P4? Animus headed down to this 3/6 here on the east, is on his side. We'll get a look to see which it is. Yeah, he is Chroma very confused here in this P4. And now he's going to head back right again. All right, we're looking for a window or a boss. That'll tell us which palace Animus is in. Yeah, because I think this just goes straight to a dead end in on Chroma's route here. Yeah. And he's out of 4. That is unfortunate. He's headed south here. I don't know what else we have. Oh, we can go across Saria. Right, okay. Completely forgot that Saria was over here. So I don't know if the palace was down here or south of Jump Cave. We're about to find out, though. Those two sides down here may not connect either. There could be a bridge, or there could just be a big body of water. It is P6 on Animus' side. We can see in the windows there, in this room that he's in. Jail bar windows equals P6. So I didn't see grass tile south of Jump Cave. The grass tile is, in fact, over here. Here's our other palace. It is not going to be GP, so he's going to be... Chroma won't be spending any time going into Death Valley without knowing what it is. We're going to immediately gamble left in what will be P3, which we can see the windows here as well in this room. A little nice back and forth on Chroma's side there. So this 3 and this 6 are almost the same color. Both these runners on console. And you can see they are actually in the same room between the two palaces, just going in different directions. Here's Rebo. I don't think we're going to stick around. We can already cast Thunder. At least I think we can. Maybe we can't. Chroma trying to kind of force that there. Might be the dig in the P4 making him a little impatient. Animus also down to his last life here. Neither runner having downstab. Neither runner really needing downstab, but it does make combat a bit more involved. All right, we get the dismount on Rebo. We find the item room in 6. Chroma opting not to cast shield on this Rebo fight here. I don't know if Fairy is too expensive to do shield, although he's dropping keys, and he, I guess he doesn't know that. Gets it anyway. There's nothing in P6's item room there, just a 1-up. Yeah, I'm afraid that Chroma, the longer he waits to go back into P4, he's just going to re-clear the entire palace, where if he was going to do that later, he could do that now, but maybe he is concerned about magic costs. Oh, we're going to look for the item in 3. Okay. Ooh, is that a game over for... No, not a game, because he got a 1-up out of the item room. Last life again for Animus, though. We do have a left at start in this P3. The item room could be over there. Nope, it's right here. What do we got in P3? Heart. Not the most interesting thing. Like key or container, magic container, or maybe boots at this point. Then again, I don't know. Boots aren't really going to help. I highly doubt we're going to DM. We're going to check this item cave, though. Is this our first item cave check on the west? At 35 minutes? I think it is. All right, well, that is good to find. Again, Animus has his 5th out of... where did he get his 5th? Oh, out of P1. Out of P1. It's possible that Chroma digs the item out of P1 there because it's just such a small palace and it's right on the way to Horsehead. It's also possible that Animus doesn't pick this particular container up because he's likely going to do this palace last. The P3 where Chroma's at right now, he's likely going to do that last. Does this wrap around down here? It looks like it does. Animus having to deal with some tough rooms here. Yeah, Palaces 3, 4, and 6 are going to have some tougher enemies in them, like Doom Knockers and whatnot. And both of our runners opting to dig these palaces early on with no downstab. We do find Medicine Cave on Chroma's side. Nice little flip around on the weapon there, killing both the enemies. No, this is an elevator room for Animus. Yeah, we're still looking for Barba. We are still looking for Barba on this P6. So, I mean, as bad as P4 was for Chroma, it is entirely possible that he has a, like, you know, Animus may have a better P4, but Chroma could have a better P6, and P6 at this point is looking bigger than P4 is. So Chroma going to walk out of this Medicine Cave here. I don't know what else we have down here. I guess everything really we have down here because there was nothing on the top side. I think Animus is still cruising on his last life here. Got to be very careful. 2 bars of health and no magic to cast a fairy spell right now. This is, in fact, a dead end. He's going to up an A. Yeah, this could come down to resources and GP. It's almost 38 minutes in here. Both runners only have 1 gem placed. All right, what do we have in... Oh, we've got the boots. I believe we also have West Cross. I believe that was the other hint at Animus' side, so we'll see that at some point. Probably going to do a water tile check on Chroma's side when he gets back to the east. Really, no reason not to. The boots are not going to speed up the maze. The maze is pretty free to traverse through, given the location of the palace and the cave to get off of it, so boots not going to help there either. 1 up for Animus. Nice. Well, actually, he already up an 8. Sorry. So, yeah, he just gets the extra life, though. Canoe. A.k.a. the raft for the fighter. Now, we can... there's not really a shortcut there. I don't think there's a shortcut on the raft. Is he gonna? He's going back in this 4. He knows not to go right. Right? He knows not to go right. He's gone right twice. It's just to a dead end, so he's gonna go back to the left and dig around the left side. We finally do find Barba, though. I'm gonna say this is probably like a last location for Animus. I'm not really sure how many more directions we had in this 6. He's been in this 6 for a little bit. I think Chroma just needs to hold left on the bottom side, but it could be wrong, and that could be up here. It's one of these lefts he needs to take. No, it is the bottom side. This is just going to loop him to nothing, I think. He goes up or down. It's just one other elevator. I think this is a dead end. But if this is the item room, then he needs to go through the item room. Our Chroma not going to follow through on that direction. We do have the second gem about to be placed by Animus at just shy of 40 minutes. He is going to be back to the west and the maze after that to finish his gem placements. I think we're about... Chroma does not like this 4. He does not like this 4. I think he wants downstab. I think he wants to stop screwing around and get downstab. Where's Mito, though? Is it boots locked? No way. We saw... Is it boots locked? Oh, well, no... Animus headed down here as well. I think everyone wants... Now, this is the front, this is the back of jump. Chroma was just down here. Is it just west off of his screen? We are going to... Well, we're not going to turn in the trophy for jump. Okay. Animus does have the trophy there. It must be a little bit further east. Did we see Mito? We did see Mito. It was right there. Animus still looking for hints, but Animus, I think, has gotten all the hints there is. It is always interesting to watch these things happen here. 41 minutes in the downstab pickup that you feel like you probably should have gotten a little earlier, and both runners are right here at the exact same time getting the downstab technique. And it's just amusing to watch this. You really, as a runner, you really have to just... This is why it's hard to keep calm during a competitive race like this, especially in an undefeated match, because someone is obviously going to take a loss and you don't want to be the one. You want to keep your undefeated record going. And you always just feel that the other runner is doing something better than you are, and that may not necessarily be true. If you never really if you watch enough races, you'll see exactly this, just the weirdness that plays out, the mistakes that are made. That P4 is really bad for Chroma, though, because he would have had 2 gems down already, whereas Animus is probably just going to cruise through that 4. Chroma's going to be hoping for a better 6, although he doesn't know it, but from a competitive perspective of just keeping his time down, he's going to want a better 6 than Animus had. We'll see how 2 handles, how the runners handle 2 here. It's linear so far. We'll also see how P5 does for us. Three was very straightforward, so we'll see if Animus digs out the item from there. Animus going to go up and right here. Chroma going to follow suit. Amazing. All right, we got separated Moas on Animus' side. A little bit of a troll, and he falls into the lava. Oh, separated Chroma's side as well. The timing. Wow, the timing. Wow, Fairy is still 42 at Magic 4. Still only get 1 cast of it for both of our runners. 84 to cast it twice. We only have 80 Magic. Animus, oh, right to the boss. Oh, not to the boss. I lied. The Moa didn't show up fast enough for me. Yeah, not the boss room. Although to a dead end. We're going to up an A on Chroma's side. Let's see what Animus going to backtrack it. He's going to backtrack it, but he is down a life. Again, only getting one Cast the Fairy per life is a little punishing. He knows there's one-ups out there. I think Chroma knows that as well. This is a tough room right to left, though. This might be a Forced Fairy. Yeah, it's going to be a Forced Fairy, so he's just going to waste... Oh, no, Magic 5 makes Fairy cheap for Animus. I lied. This just in, Fairy drops at Magic 5. That 980, I think, is Life 5 for Chroma, so he's not going to see Magic 5 just yet. All right, both of them going the same way again. There's a key there. Animus wants it. We'll see if Chroma goes for it. Yup. Yeah, Chroma has the much better life situation here as a health situation. $300 experience for the blue Iron Knuckles in this Palace pool. Yeah, we're probably going to want that one up. Oh, and this is an elevator to the boss, so they're both going to be out of here at about the same time. We'll see if Chroma sticks around for the... or see if either one of them sticks around for the item. We don't have a hint for what Helmet Head has. Somehow I doubt it, though. I doubt we're going to stick around. Okay, dueling Helmet Heads. Oh, that 980 was Magic 5. We're going to skip it and go for attack 6 on Chroma's side. I wonder if he would take Magic 5 if he knew that Fairy was coming down in cost. Because at 42, like, I don't know how much Reflect is at his Magic 4. Yeah, it's just too fast. I can't see. It's going to be the 5th or 6th. It's going to be the 6th spell down on his spellbook. The cheapest any spell can get is minus 50% from its vanilla value. At that particular level. All right, so we're back into 4 for Chroma here. Now, Animus doesn't know where the other palace is on the south side, so he's going through Jump Cave. We'll see if he digs around in any of these item caves like Chroma did, or if he's just going to try to find a palace. Now, this is the item room for Chroma. He needs to just hold left from this point. He really needs to just double check this, because he knows the other dead ends are definitely dead ends. But this one is the one that can fool you, and yeah, he is going to push through. We're trying to report on any camera visibility here on... yeah, he is up. He's not happy that was the fake out room, because he saw that much earlier than full clearing all the other directions. This could be Karok right at the top of this elevator. Not just yet. Animus not digging the item caves here, so he's just going to push over to this palace here, which is Palace 3. So routing for Chroma right now, overall in terms of the overworld, I guess the routing for both of them is good. But Chroma's going to do, he's going to finish this 4. He's going to go do 5 on the maze. And then he's going to go finish 1, which is very fast, and then 6, which is pretty terrible. But then from 6, he's going to go right into Death Valley. Animus doesn't have anything too different. He's just going to finish this 3. He's going to do 5 on the maze. I'm sorry, he's going to do 3, then 4, then 5 on the maze. And then he'll just walk to Death Valley as well. Chroma will be... There's that water that's right by There's water that's right by Palace 6, which Chroma had shown us earlier, kind of blocked him off from getting back to 6 after he got the fairy spell. So maybe he'll go from 6 across the water and right up to Death Valley. Still kind of a lot of swamp over there, though. I don't know. Both routes between them, though, overworld routing is not bad by any means. All right, we are leveling magic now on Chroma's side. We're going into 5 at 664. Four gems down for Animus and 3 for Chroma. Although he pretty much did Palace 4 twice. We'll see how this 5 treats our runners. We'll see if anyone's going to gamble on any lefts in this palace. No, Guma is right up front, so no one's getting trolled in 5. All right, Animus just going to route right as well. He's going to eventually see that dead end. We know P1 is pretty fast as well, and the magic container is an item, or the item is a magic container. Oh, the pass-through rebo, right, the pass-through rebo here. We're going to do a water tile check because it's free and easy. It's going to be a little bit faster for Animus, given he had his attack 5. Totally missed whatever that was on Chroma's side as I looked away for the Rebo fight. Oh yeah, it was a magic container. Wow, that's really nice, because if he gets the item out of here, that'll be 7 containers, and he'll be in phenomenal condition in terms of resources. Animus might be cutting it a little close here. Because he did not get the... What was... Oh, no, there was a heart container in 3. I forget what the boots... The boots came from an item cave, yeah. So Animus is still not going to have the boots, regardless. So he won't be able to get that off the water tile. Chroma does not want the item. Okay. At this point, I mean, that P4 felt pretty bad. This will be Horsehead's elevator, though. And Animus is just going to go the right way in 4. Shave a ton of time off of this. Well, Chroma takes the lead here in gems because 5 and 1 were extremely fast. 4 is going to be done in short time for Animus, and 5 is going to be extremely fast as well. We'll see what Chroma does in this 6. This 6 is going to determine who is going into GP first. And in all honesty, I have no idea what to do in this 6. So, and Chroma's kind of going the wrong way, I think. I think the better path would potentially be along the west side of this biome as opposed to all this swamp. Like, it's not too bad. We might do a basement check here, though. No, we're not going to do a basement check. Okay. Yeah, this is a lot of walking here throughout this swamp. You always just, it's not about the slow walking, it's also about the encounters that you're going to continually eat. All right, we've got Karak down for Animus. 53 minutes. Our runners are going to be tied up here in gems. 5 is a lot faster than 6. Chroma's a little closer to Death Valley. Even though that swamp walk really sucks. Are we gambling on lefts in this 6? I mean, you know, other than the first elevator. Animus at 567, Chroma at 666. We'll see if we burn a gem or if we take that life 7. Animus might take that attack. I think that attack 6 is 30-50. Could be magic 7. We're going to route right in 6 for Chroma. Oh! Wait. Did we go through this room on Chroma's side? Maybe we did. I thought 5 was just like 2 rooms. Maybe I missed all this. Oh, we have God routed 6. Is it just to the right? Did Animus take a bunch of lefts instead? Man, I didn't know anything about this 6. Okay, item room in 5. Yeah, we did not go this way. Did Animus... Why am I lost as to what we're doing in 5 and 6? This sucks. Well, whatever. Okay, Animus took a left. Okay. I didn't even know we had options at start. Well, that's going to... Well, he doesn't have... Okay, well, he's not going to be that far behind because that's a dead end, and he's got an extra heart now. Chroma will, however, be the first into GP, even with the terrible swamp route he's got to take back to Death Valley. Oh, that right there. Okay, this bottom left. Yes, okay. I thought we only had 1 left here in 5. I didn't realize we had a second left. I just remember this room that Chroma's in, and then this elevator room, and this is it. All right, Chroma walking up through the desert tile side here. Still got to do a bunch of swamp walking, though. There's really no avoiding this. Animus is going to be able to avoid it a little bit, but he's still got a further walk from the maze to east connector. All right, we walk into Death Valley here. Convenient refill for Chroma. He's got more resources than Animus, but that may not matter. Think about how bad that P4 was for Chroma, and think about how much sooner he could have been in GP. He's walking in. Barrier up on my dashboard, 56.52. I'm going to forget that in about 10 seconds, so someone write that down. 56.52. 4-way to start. Stacked 4 ways to start. My favorite. And another left-right. We have 3 lefts and 3 rights at the start of this palace. Oh boy, and this is another up-down junction. All right, what do we got at the top? We've got a left and a right. We're going this way. This could be an up-stab block or a down-stab block from this, this side. Yes. There's another room that looks like this on the right side, though. We've got another elevator down here. This is not a loop. Taking a lot of damage. We're just going to ferry that. So 57 looks like about a minute and a half. I'm sorry, just a minute. Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute difference here about. Okay. We've got an emoji room on Chroma's side. What is Animus going to do here? This is where I minimize the race room. And these runners are going to duke it out. We're taking a left on Animus' side. They look like they might actually be in the same room. No, this is generators on Animus' side. Death for Chroma. Trying to do fencing with the Blue Knight here. This is an elevator up, though, on Animus' side. Oh, funny, it goes into a similar-looking room. That's amazing. So, even though Animus had the trophy, did not turn it in for jump, so... Unless I completely missed that trip into Rudo. Okay, waffles over lava on Animus' side. The pit room with just a fairy on Chroma's side. Yeah, no jump spells, so we're fighting. We're fighting through these waffles. Chroma did not even bother to go pick up anything out of Spell Tower. Dead end for Chroma. He's going to up an A. Kingbot. A lot of pizzazz. A lot of pizzazz. Kingbot's had a lot of pizzazz to GP. I'm going to take the first right here for Chroma. Downstab block room for Chroma. Could be the 2-shape community room, or it is not. It is the vanilla room. All right, we continue right for both of our runners. Just a straight pass through here. This is a terrible room for Chroma. Might as well just ferry this and get the hell out of here. Elevator down for Animus, and this is going to be one of the left sides of our 4-ways. No, this is a different elevator altogether. Okay, another upstab block here for Chroma. He's going to check right. We're going left on Animus' side. Wow, look at these birds. Look at these waffles. The day that you don't pick up jump, these waffles are packed. And in a 3-0 race at that, that was a dead end for Chroma. He's going to head back to this upstab block. Both runners taking a lot of damage. Animus cannot take a hit from the bird itself. 2 beams still alive, but can't take another hit. That's it. Yep, death. With all those jumps at the start, we should have some loops here at some point. We are looped around, I think, to the bottom side of our stacked 4-ways. Indeed we are. Just gonna hold right. We're gonna check all the rights on Chroma's side. For someone who is credited with going left, Chroma sure is taking a lot of rights. They're in the same room. They're looping around here. So Chroma not gonna make any ground. Animus gonna come back to this stacked 4-way, this 3-level elevator. We'll see where he goes from here. Might just up and to get his lives back. Animus going to hold left. That's also not going to get him anywhere. That's a loop. They're both taking loops. That's just going to loop them right back to... although Animus's loop might be faster. Because Chroma's got to make his way through all of this nonsense right now. The extra life potentially coming in handy for Chroma without the jump spell for both runners. Depends on room execution here, right? Whoever can move through these rooms faster than their opponent when you're doing the same routes. I don't know which left Animus took. Yeah, we are just watching them do each other's loop that they just did themselves. Animus, I don't know how many lives he has left here. If he game overs, it might be beneficial to him. Although he's on the right side of the stacked 4-ways here, probably going to up an A. That's the up and A. So his loop was faster than Chroma's loop. Although it's not going to be too much longer before Chroma's over there. All right, where's Animus going? He's going to take another right here. He's going to take one of these rights. Oh boy, I was going to say Chroma's about to hit this bird. All right, so we've got options here. We've got an up and left and down and right for Animus. Chroma is about to hit back to the 4-ways as well. Just got to make it through this generator room. Animus also going up and left. Both runners feeling behind or just gambling left here. Well, I say that as Chroma cleared out all the rights on that 3-level elevator to start. So Chroma going to see that he's in the four-way with the red bird. He's going to up an A as well. He's going to get his resources back. So that was the left with the red bird. That was the second four-way. What do we have left at the first four-way? We're going to check it on Chroma's side. If this is not the path for Chroma, the option is down and right from that fairy room that Animus was just in, that Chroma saw early on. What does this elevator hold? Oh, new left and right. That's a lot of fun. Okay, bridge room. Could be quiet. Just a big bubble. Dead end for Animus. He's going to up an A. Where's he headed next? This is a quiet room for Chroma. There's nothing in here. Animus taking the first left as well, following in Chroma's footsteps, but there is a left and a right for him to take at some point. It is a loop into itself. Yup. I don't know if Chroma remembers the first path he saw. They're about to high five right here in this last waffle. So it is the second, it's the bottom four-way, take the right, go through the fairy room, down and right. That's the answer. Oh, Chroma gonna take the second right. We're looking for the fairy room. Here's the fairy room. This is going to be the correct direction for Chroma here. Animus sees the loop. He is up and A-ing. Elevator down on Chroma's side. Could be something here in the middle. There's not. Could be something at the end. There's not. Easy room. Animus taking the first right. There's your Thunderbird. Darkling cannot be much further behind. Chroma in a great position to take the win here. Animus says no. He up and A's. He's going to take a different path. Maybe too little, too late, though, depending on whatever sits behind Thunderbird. Animus going to follow suit. Ooh, Chroma whiffs on those last few hits. Gets it, though. Animus following the path. How many more rooms do we have? Not an immediate Dark Link. Got generators. Pretty easy generators, but can slow you down in this room. One of the only rooms where these vertical dots are acceptable. Another waffle room, but we have an elevator up. This could be Dark Link as Animus walks into Thunderbird's room. The minute difference between them is probably going to be about a minute difference in finish here. Minutes between them entering GP. It's going to be a difference between them finishing. And there is Dark Link for Chroma. Chroma going to be going 4-0 into the 5th week, looking to take the top seed out of the 5th week of Swiss next week. Yeah, out of the corner of his eye, he was looking at the race room there. Trying to do the fast kill. Gets the kill. GG to Chroma. An official racetime.gg race room time of 1:08:27. What a GP. Both of them full cleared it, I believe. I know Chroma did at least. Animus may have one tiny branch that was still outstanding, but I'm not sure. I don't think so. I'm sure Chroma wants to discuss his Palace 4. We'll make sure to make it a talking point. He will be joining us for an interview here. And as a reminder, folks, we do have another 3-0 race coming up in about 50 minutes. Not necessarily here. Joined by Chromataclysm, today's race winner, GG.
Am I pushed to talk? Because that was going on.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So Palace 4, are we talking about it? Are we talking about Palace 4?
I would love to talk about Palace 4.
Okay, so here's what it is. There is a sorry, I'm getting feedback and I don't know why I'm hearing my own voice back. All right. Yeah, so the block room with the 2 enemies, I must not be familiar with what that enemy set is, because I swear there's a version of that room where you have the 2 enemies that spawn on the steps and it is blocked, and you need to have the tin suits or something. It looked to me like the fake one. And so to me, that was just a dead end. And I couldn't figure out, what am I missing? Because each time I came through, it's just everything looked blocked. It looked impossible. I didn't know what was going on. I guess I'm not familiar. What specifically happens in that's different than the version of that room that is blocked? That's a question.
Yeah, right before we answer that question here, Animus joining us. GG, Animus.
Oh, appreciate it. GG. Yeah,
GG.
I figured with as bad as the early dip of P1 and P6 and GP went, I definitely didn't deserve that one. So.
Oh no! We're going to talk about it all. This was a back and forth bit of craziness here. Real fast though, to answer Chroma's question is that it's just 2 enemies on the steps. They can be mixed to large and small. No flying enemy. And of course, there's a version of the room that's empty as you walk in that has generators as well.
Okay,
so,
I swear there's a version that has 2 enemies on the steps that is also blocked.
Well, there's a version that has a flying enemy and 1 enemy.
Okay, so that's the distinction that I wasn't clear on.
Yeah. The MOA, it'll be a MOA, and 1 enemy on the steps will be the dead end room.
Now I know. Watch out, y'all.
Yeah, so that P4, it definitely cost a good bit of time. But you made it up in P6 because Animus's P6, while Animus had a great P4, Animus's P6 was not great. And I don't know what directions were taken in that 6 because Chroma, you found Barba very, very quickly, whereas Animus, I think you last locationed the dragon. So I'm not sure. You'd have to watch this back for real. Those larger palaces I can't keep straight. And then all of a sudden you're trying to watch 2 runners and, Chroma walks in and finds Barba right away, and I'm like, okay, well, I guess this is going to be a lot faster than Animus's was. But yeah, I don't know. Do you want to comment on Palace 6, Animus?
Yeah, I just took a left and just full clear left.
Okay. Yeah, because you took a left in 5 as well. There were 2 lefts in 5, and as you know, it was the bottom left, 1 room over. Elevator down to Guma, but you did get lucky while you took the first left in 5, which led to the pass-through item room and was a heart. It was just 1 more room to a dead end, and then you just up and aid. So you didn't have a P5 that took that much longer than Chroma did, although Chroma did just take the bottom left and go right to Guma and was out of there. And I don't know. I mean, Palace overworld routing was kind of back and forth. Animus, you did go into P1 first, and while you saw the item room, you then saw the boss room as well, but opted to get out of there. And later was revealed that bosses were dropping keys. So you could have killed Horsehead and placed the gem in 1, but you wouldn't have come back later, I'm sure, to get the magic container out of it. Chroma opted to pass up when he was in there. So yeah, there's this back and forth, this whole race here.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to skip that in P1, but then I kind of realized I was on 4 magic containers, and as soon as I got the 5th, I felt okay the rest of the way to just skip everything else.
So what happened in the early game here is Animus, you did the maze items, which was flute and hammer, and then Chroma, you opted to skip the maze items at first and just go east. You couldn't go through the River Delta because you didn't have the flute from the maze, so you went east on the east. You saw Old Kusuto, you got the shield spell, you wrapped it around. You missed Risen, which was the glove. You missed Risen. It was on the edge of your screen. We did see it. And then you went south from there. That was Desert Tile and another town. I think it was Spell Town. I think it was Naburu. And then you saw what would be P6, and then you were kind of out of there at that point, I believe. You came back to the west, then you did the maze, whereas Animus did the maze first. Then when he hit the east, Animus, you had every hint in the game. One of those hints was East Glove, which was nice to have. So when you saw Risen, that was the glove. We were hoping when Chroma came back through, he would grab it, and he did, but yeah.
I did get the glove hint after the glove, though.
It was after the glove. That's true. You got all 4 hints though. You had P4 Heart, you had East Candle, West Cross, and East Glove, and that was all 4 hints in the game, and you had them all. And then you even checked the hint in Mito after you had all 4 hints, and I was like, there are no more hints out there, and let's go.
I wasn't really paying attention. But yeah, I knew Palace 4 was the heart, so I just kind of went back there when I was going to P5. So, especially with Karok doing all this weird stuff nowadays, I think it's better to wait if you can, even compared to Guma nowadays. So, yeah.
Well,
yeah, like I said, I just I figured after especially Palace 6, there's going to be nothing to make up that. So,
well, I will say this, coming back to Chroma asking a question here. You did dig P4 pretty early. You only had 1 cast of Fairy at 42 magic, and then I don't know how much Reflect was, but was that? I mean, that seemed pretty bold. Were you really concerned about the Fairy plus Reflect cost, or what was going on at that point?
It
just
came up.
YOLOing it?
I
Okay.
figured I would learn along the way. I think at that point I didn't have glove either. And if I have the ability to get through a palace door, I'm probably going to go into a palace. And if I have like keys in the drop pool or something and I only have like 1, I'll go into palace 1. No, I wasn't too concerned about it because I figure like I'm gonna get information either way, and whatever way I go now, I'm gonna get an idea of what this palace is about, and that'll be information I can carry with me when I come back, if I do come back. But of course, I got stuck in the loop of not knowing what the room was, which at this point there's kind of no excuse for it. But that has been a hanging question for me with that room. So glad to have it answered. But I don't know how much time I lost in there. This is the kind of seed that I think could have had a 4 as the first number if it was, if I didn't catch that and a couple other routing things were cleaned up, like GP, a better GP, and the 4 stuff cleaned up. This could have been a really, really fast seed.
I agree. One other point, I'd just like to point out some fun facts here. First and foremost, you were both in Mito at the same time getting downstabbed. That was a fun thing. So if you felt like, if either one of you felt like, man, I should probably get downstabbed because my opponent's got it, well, neither one of you had it until about the exact same point in time, as I think Animus was walking out of the basement as Chroma was walking into the basement to get downstabbed. So yeah, there was that. You both walked into GP. Chroma, you were 1 minute ahead of Animus, and you both full cleared GP. So there's that. That was fun. That was a lot of fun on comms. That was
so
great.
Frustrating. Dude, okay, so my first route was the right direction because I went in the middle of that middle elevator to the right, but I went up instead of down. And then it wasn't until the very last one that I came back and found it. Fortunately, I didn't feel like I had any unnecessary rooms in GP, like as far as like you have to guess. And based on my guesses, I didn't retread any more than I needed to, which made me feel pretty good about it. But yeah, it sounds like Animus did about the same thing. If I was a minute ahead and we finish a minute and a half apart, this sounds like it was a pretty good race.
It was a great race. And I said during comms, I said, for someone who keeps getting credited for taking lefts in palaces, you sure are taking a lot of rights in this GP, whereas Animus was taking the lefts. And again, with all the loops, you were just crossing paths again and again the whole time. So, yeah, it was really crazy to see.
Lefts was 2 years ago, man. I keep telling you, I don't do that anymore. I don't do it. And I'm going to tell you that until I face you, and then I'm going to go left. Or am I?
I know, right? You're a changed man. No,
I'm just trying to get in your head. That's all I'm doing.
Gotta keep on your toes.
I say that as well, though. It's like you can't. That's the thing is like, again, I guess when you get credited with taking lefts, it's like, well, if you put someone into a box and you expect them to always follow that strategy, I think you're going to lose. Just assuming they're going to be doing that, you're just going to lose at some point because it's a randomizer and lefts and rights. Just shuffle it up. Switch it up every once in a while and do whatever the gut's telling you at that point in time. So no one really just holds right all of the time. So yeah, no one holds left all the time either, but I mean, it is what it is. Other than that, you both did palaces in a slightly different order. I'm not really sure. I mean, the boots got you an extra magic container. You did dig a few item caves on the west. Animus opted not to do that. Animus, I do have to question, you did get the trophy out of, I believe it was Spell Tower, and then opted not to grab Jump in Rudo, and there were a lot of waffle rooms that were tough to cut through in this GP, whereas Jump would have helped immensely. What was that just I gotta go, I don't have time to get Jump, or brain fart, or just a straight up choice, like I'm not gonna need it, so let's just skip it?
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have grabbed the trophy. That was about that. I mean, with only, I don't know, 5 magic containers, I don't think it was worth it.
That's true. Chroma did have, I think, 7 hearts and 6 magic containers, I think.
That sounds right. I kept finding hearts. It was so frustrating.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to be able to cast Thunder and cast some spells and go. Animus did have a magic 5 earlier than you did, which brought Fairy down a lot. So you were still sitting on the 42 Fairy cast, whereas Animus was, I think you were down to like 34 or something like that. There was something where you got 2 casts. And so your palaces were kind of picking up from there, referring to Animus here.
Yeah, I think it was like 32 or something. Yeah, maybe 34. Yeah.
32 sounds right, because I had 6 magic containers and I was getting 3 casts out of it.
Okay. Yeah, kind of hard to tell the capture on both your sides with the kind of the S video out, leaving a little bit to be desired in how accurate the call is for the cost of something or how much damage you're taking. But I mean, this is one was a phenomenal race. Animus was ahead in gems early on, and then Chroma, you caught up. P1 and P5 were really fast for you, and so that was where you took over at that point, was P5. But then you were big question mark on what was going to happen in 6. Your 6 was great, and then you were off to GP after that. But there was all that freaking swamp down there that you had to keep walking through to get back to Death Valley. That was really prolonged the path, whereas Animus was already done with all of that. Animus had dipped Death Valley early to see that it was GP, so he knew that 3 was then going to be, or whatever, the other 3-6, I don't think it had been identified at that point. The other 3-6 was going to be on the west. And you just gambled the palace on the west. It worked out. And yeah, there was just all this little back and forth. Everyone did slightly different things in a slightly different order, and it all came together at a 60-second difference going into GP, and it was really anyone's race at that point, but you both full cleared it, going completely different ways, and what a wild ride. What a phenomenal race. And I know it sucks to sometimes, be part of this and take the L here, but yeah, it was, from an audience perspective, I mean, it was a great race. So, I mean, W or L tonight, I would just, I'd just be happy that a great race came to be, and it wasn't like a blowout or anything, because these could be like that.
This is going to be one I'm going to watch back for sure. If I ever feel like either we very clearly went the same way because it's a super linear seed, or the paths diverged like a lot, which it sounds like this one did. I definitely want to see how that shook out.
Yeah, absolutely. So final thoughts here. Animus, we'll start with you. Any final thoughts on this race, the tournament, moving forward, anything?
No, I don't think so. I think that about covers it.
Okay, Chroma, anything from you?
Trails and Level Engine. That's a matchup from 3 years ago, and the winner of those, or I believe the winner of your match, assuming I think it shakes out that we basically match up against the same record. I don't know if we're. How would that work? Is there a possibility of another Mirai matchup in the fifth round?
Not with you, no. Swiss would be only. You can't match up with the same person, but I am also not
Okay, that's
slated to be. It's your opponent is either going to be Trails or Level here.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
That's exciting because both I've had lots of tournament games against both of them, as well as weekly races, casual races. It feels like the old competitive days. I think there's still, because like I was getting into the randomizer with them more. Somehow there's a intimidated. Not intimidated is definitely the wrong word, but there's definitely a sizing up that feels a little more like old and familiar. Childhood trauma or something. No, not
childhood trauma.
Not that intense.
Wow.
No.
So you're saying both of these runners were bullying you as a newer Z2R runner, and you're trying to, it's some pent up anger, some issues we're dealing with here.
If that's the narrative we want, I don't think that's quite it. No, I just respect the hell out of both of them. As with Animus, another really successful tournament racer. But yeah, I'll be happy to race against either of them. I had mentioned earlier in the tournament I would want to see Trails at some point. So it'd be kind of cool if it was sort of the capstone of the Swiss rounds. I think that'd be a lot of fun. But Level, equally scary in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. My final thoughts here is a huge GG to both of you, because this was just, again, a phenomenal race from the audience side of things. Edge of our seat, who's going to take what, who's going to which direction, especially that GP, as frustrating as it may have been. It was incredible to watch just everyone just cross paths constantly. And yeah, huge GG tonight. Good luck moving forward. And next 3-0 race in about 30 minutes, Golden Devil can tell you all about it.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to be restreaming the next race, and I'm not sure about the one in about an hour and a half either. But there's a lot more Z2R.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's 90 minutes. 90 minutes for that race, not 30. I'm sorry.
I cannot confirm whether that one... Actually, I can confirm that one is going to get restreamed in 90 minutes back here on ZSR. I just saw someone signed up to restream it. So come on back then. We have a lot of other stuff going on. Link to the Past. Wind Waker is getting down to the finals, and the OT Randomizer main tournament is also starting up. So we'll be very busy here on the ZSR channels. But thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks to Timberai for commentating and tracking, pulling double duty. And we're going to go right over to Marine Mammal Rescue, where you can go see some cute otters. So take care, everyone. Have a good night, and thanks for watching.
Amazing. Thank you.